My dear students of Standard 7, good morning and welcome you all to my today's online class again. How are you all? Hope you all are hale and hearty by the mercy of Almighty Allah. Today I am going to discuss with you the chapter 9. This is about the rights of senior citizens and women in Bangladesh. Today I am going to discuss with you the rights of senior citizens in Bangladesh. What is right? Rights are such privileges which are necessary for the development of an individual and which are acknowledged by the state. And who are the senior citizens? The elderly and aged person in the society or family are the senior citizens. So first of all, we will know about the human rights. Rights primarily refer to human rights. And all rights for human are written in the Human Rights Charter. So what is human rights? Human rights may be defined as universal legal guarantees that belong to human beings and that protect individuals, every citizen and groups from actions and omissions, that means neglecting, act of neglecting, and that affect fundamental dignity. So what is the chief aim of human rights? To facilitate betterment of individual, each and every person or citizen of the state or society will get the fundamental rights. That means they will get the food, cloth, accommodation, education, health care, legal, civic, social service and security. All these will be provided by the state or country, and ensuring proper enjoyment of all rights and flourishing of physical and mental health. Increase the social and economic status of a citizen. So what is written in the UNO Charter? Follow here. All human beings are born free and equal. That means they have the right to speak freely, to move freely, to express their opinion freely. And they are endowed with reason and conscience. They will be furnished or they will be get full support with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. So the United Nations brought out the Human Rights Charter in the year 1945 and implemented in our country from 1948. Concept of rights of senior citizens. Who are called the senior citizens in our country? Follow here. People above 60 years are generally known as the aged person in Bangladesh. The retirement age of a government service holder in Bangladesh is 59 and the retirement age for justice has recently been raised to 67. For university professors and some other professionals to 65. And in the modern developed countries, people have 60 to 65 are regarded as senior citizens. So, according to UNO, the UNO nations has drawn up certain principles to protect the rights of senior citizens and also declared a specific day for the senior citizens as a Senior Citizens Day. Why the day has been declared? In order to create awareness among their rights and our responsibilities towards them. So, follow which day will be the Senior Citizens Day, the 21st August National Senior Citizen Day. And on this day, we are encouraged to recognize and show appreciation for the value and contribution of the older people to home, family and society. Because the older people in the society has given enough for us and their experience and knowledge also help us in all atmosphere. So it is an opportunity for us to show our great gratitude for what senior citizens have achieved in their lives and their contributions to our communities. So always try to hold the hand of the senior citizens and show the proper dignity and honor towards them. So some rights here written, rights of senior citizen. Here follow rights to get sufficient food, drinks, shelter, clothes and medical care. They will get the basic or fundamental rights. Right to live in a safe and sound environment with peace and happiness according to own will and adaptability. Right to live with family at home No need to send them at the old home. Right to participate actively in various policy making and implementation process. Right to participate in social welfare activities and according to their health and ability. Right to care from the family, society and subsistence. That means the person, or that means moral sense or rights or wrong, and the subsistence, the inherency. Then right to get the medical facility in regard to physical, psychological and emotional health. Right to get dignity and reverence, honor and enjoyment of all basic human rights and freedom for those who live in shelters and care or treatment facilities. Right to good behavior from all irrespective of age, gender, religion and race. Right to respect and value for contributing to economy. But the senior citizens are facing a lot of problems in the family and society also. So let's know the problems are familial problem, economic problem, physical problem, sociocultural problem and psychological problem. So first of all, the familial problem. Once you know, in our country, our families were extended families, and at that time, the senior citizens had a kind of authority or role in their family. But now, what happened? Due to urbanization and industrialization and changes in our economic activities, our extended families day by day have broken into the nuclear or small family, and there is no space for the parents or in-laws, or even if there is, they live in a subdued life. That means they are under control life, they are passing the under control life, and they are not properly looked after or taken care of during their illness. They don't get company or somebody to talk with them, and consequently they fall prey to loneliness and melancholy. That means they feel very sad or they are suffering from the depression. What is the economic problem? Follow here. The senior citizens suffer from financial helplessness as they don't have any earnings, and their savings and properties are already distributed to inheritors. They become dependent on their children and they cannot do anything on their own. So the senior citizens, we know, in their early life, they cannot do anything on their own, and this situation especially we can see in the poor and the middle class families in our society. And the senior citizens become penniless even before they reach old age, as they spend all the money in running their family. They are paying for the education for the children and marriage of their children. So sometimes they are also made penniless by natural disasters also, like floods, tidal waves and river erosion. Physical problem. People start to lose physical strength as they grow old. Various diseases strike or attack their body. They need a bit of rest and comfort. But most of the elderly people of our country don't get this comfort. They don't even get proper medical facilities in their illness. They don't have the ability to purchase proper medicine and diet during their illness. Follow here written, most of the elderly people of our country don't get this comfort. Sometimes we see that in many cases we see with working parents, senior citizens have to take care of the children, reach them to school due to shopping and carry out the daily queries. So sometimes it is difficult for them at their age, and sometimes they are even regarded as burden in the family. Sociocultural problem. Nowadays the older reverence, respect and importance paid towards the senior citizens, and their opinions are no more noticeable in our society. A number of causes like decadence of social degradation of social values, lack of moral education, influence of foreign culture, selfish attitude are responsible for them. Families and society tend to show disregard to them. Psychological problem. The cornered situation or the confined space or the position which that means creates the great difficulty for the senior citizens. So this is the corner situation of aged in family and society generates an inferiority complex in them, and they start to feel neglected and helpless. Lack of own support and ability added with physical sickness and loneliness increases this inferiority complex, and loss of memory at old age also makes it more complex for them. Welfare program for the senior citizens of Bangladesh. The Constitution of Bangladesh has also dictates to provide social security to senior citizens, and presently there are about 1 crore aged people in this country, and there are about 50 countries in the world whose total population is less than that. So we have welfare activities for the senior citizens both in government and non-government sectors. First we will discuss from non-government programs, that is Probin Hitoishi Sangho or Jhora Biga organization. This organization is situated in Shere Bangla Nagar, Dhaka. Its activities include medical treatment facility, rehabilitation, recreation, then observance of religious festivals, etc. Another one facility, non-government, that is Bangladesh Retired Government Employees Welfare Organization. This is working, this is providing their monetary facility to the senior citizens for education and health issue as donation and zero interest loan. Besides, there are Bangladesh Women Health Association, Rotary Club, Mother and Child Home, Old Home, Jhorapata, etc., who also carry out certain programs for the senior citizens. So the non-government organizations also doing a lot for our country's senior citizens. What are the government programs? Then government are providing the pension allowance for them. That is, what is pension allowance? That is, employees of government, semi-government and autonomous body, self-governing bodies get penniless pension facilities when they retire or die, and it is a long-term security. When an employee goes in retirement after specific years of service for the government service, he or she gets this allowance according to some rules, and this is known as pension allowance. Then secondly, they are giving the allowance for the senior citizens. Which sector follow? This program is run for the benefit of seniors all over the country, especially for the neglected, poor, elderly of rural area come under its net. And 10 elderly people, their age, just minimum age will be 57 years of each ward under a union are awarded by 100 taka per month as elderly allowance, and they are selected on the basis of their helplessness and age, and 50% of them must be the women. And third one, allowance for destitute, widows and separated women. Who are called the separated women? That means destitute widows and women left off by their husbands come under this coverage. There is no age bar for them, and as a result, maximum receivers of this benefit are aged women. So let's watch a video about the life of our senior citizens. So dear learners, show the proper respects towards the elderly person. So today up to this. Thank you all.